Just arrived at Castlerock. I put the ramp up, and this is my regular spot. Haven't got here this last couple of ways, because too many motorhomes. But thankfully, because the football's on, there are no motorhomes here tonight. They must be all drinking and they don't want to drive. But used to be tarmac, they changed it to stones. A wee bit more awkward to get lined up right now. But I have a sharp bend, so if a car parks there, I can still get out. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. I'm lined up. That's not my water, that's somebody's water. I'm lined up with the drain. So if I empty my sink or anything now, or the shower, well, it just goes down the drain. See, the car parks there, they're not in my way. I never park right in front of the open. Oh, but wait, no, don't bother, we'll stay there. We're going for a walk first. I'll take a water. And as you can see, the test, it's about 90% the free fraction out the bubble. I wouldn't bother going up. If I got one more bit in the ramp, it's going to be too high. But I'll get this torch off. If you're just slightly off, use your doors as a guide. You don't want your doors, if your doors are swinging, either in or out, you're too crooked. So you see that door there is pretty steady. Just a wee guide like. When you first go on a caravan, it's not so much in the summertime, winter time, and the caravan's freezing. And I use cold water. You put a cloth on the table because the cold water container will act like a dehumidifier. It will go soaking and leave the table soaking. I haven't got set up yet, all I've done now is level off. So all I do now is, Will wants to go a wee walk. It's unbelievable. Just a wee quick walk. What have I done? My keys are in my pocket. All I do now is drop the jacket wheel and put on the gas. What I meant to show here, if you see where I'm parked, when I'm in the caravan, I'm looking over the sand dunes. So I'm lying here, I've got a good view of the sea, but I'm not blocking the view of the sea of anybody else. All the cars, see that old camper van is? That's where a car could be. So I would never go up that part of the beach. That's a wee bit selfish. We're not selfish, aren't we? Not well, we just take our fair share. This is where I first started wild camping. I used to do shift work. Every time I came off nights, all year round, twice a month, I came down here. And the houses over there are done up. And as I went round, the houses done up, they might complain, the caravan sitting there. And that house there, close to the caravan, one day a woman came over and knocked me door and says, oh, here we go now. She's just done a wee bit of bacon and brought me over a couple of buns. I think turn the gas on, so I know they don't mind me sitting here. But since then, other houses have been built. So I would never park straight inside the house. Well, that's right now, well, I wasn't allowed on the beach. But the last time I came here, there was no room. So I parked in the footpath over there. The lay-by is not wide enough. The lay-by is not wide enough for a car, you know, on a caravan. So half the caravan was on the lay-by and half the caravan was on the footpath. But I parked down beside that high wall. So I'm not in front of anybody's house. And then once I got up in the morning, I moved right away. I have an RV spot on up the road there. There's a nice sea view. But you're parked on the road, I wouldn't sleep on it. But I parked on it during the day. So I wasn't going to sit there in the motorhomes. Just drove up the road half a mile, turned around, came back down the big steep hill, and then we had a good view of the sea. So if it's very busy tomorrow and there's not much parking here, well, I don't touch a wee slug. I might just do the same tomorrow rather than take up 4 parking spaces. If I see the place filling up, I'll move, because I'm not staying here tomorrow night. I might stay in Port Stewart. I haven't stayed there very often. The old site in Port Stewart's been taken away. There's a wee lay-by I go from time to time. but not very often. There's a could be a motorhome in it. Or I might go to Springwell Forest. Or I could end up staying here again. We'll see what Willow's like tomorrow. She doesn't walk as much at Castlerock as she used to. Getting a wee bit older now and Shadow's not here. There's a lot of walks I used to do in Castlerock. It's not the sea. It's just walks around. There's a nice road down there. It's a main road that goes around a U-shape. It's like grand designs. Every house is completely different from the house beside it. I used to like walking along that street. It's only residents, like, want the time you to push yourself, like, and the Willow won't do it at all now. She will not do it. There's the Black Glen up there. She'll not do that either. And so I don't come here as often as I used to. Pups aren't allowed here now. Or is it? No dogs allowed. It's 1st of June to 15th of September. Now the other thing is now, it's better than it used to be. It used to ban dogs in the whole beach. They were always allowed down the bottom end. But now it goes from the wee black house. That wee black house up there. From there down, is that dogs are banned. From that wee house up the ways, dogs are allowed on. So basically it's the stream. From the stream up, which is ideal. That's what we want, isn't it? Well, we want the stream up the ways. That's where all the rocks and all that. That's the wee bit that we would do a walk. But sometimes when I come here to set up, I would walk along here and up the wee bit of beach. But we'll go up the main street tonight. And that'll do us. It's be bad weather tomorrow. So we'll walk the rest of the village tomorrow. When I left home, we did about 10 minutes in Granshire. I took her to the lake because she wouldn't drink, she wouldn't go in. We did about half an hour, 40 minutes in Ballykerry Forest. And then we stopped down in Benoan. I looked back at the video tape, but I stayed in Benoan's an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes. And you see, she still wants to go. It's nice and cool now, you see. No tongue hanging out, wee legs are flying. See, there's a electric hook up there. There's a spare one there, we do a motorhome, you know. That one next to that, you know, it's slightly bigger. These toilets usually close at 9 o'clock. What do you think about these toilets? There's 2 sets of toilets. That's the men's toilets there. That has 2 urinals, 2 toilets, toilet bowls, and that's open in the summertime. The winter time, they lock that up, and this is the men's toilets for the winter. 1 urinal, 1 toilet. It's a bit unusual, like. How much are they saving by closing the big one off? And the weird thing about it, you see the lights is on, up on the roof, the lights is on. And there's no light switch, it's automatic. But when they lock them up in the winter time, that's lit up from 4 o'clock. It runs all night, and the things aren't even open. You think they have some ways to turn the power off in the storeroom. Chat about wasting on global warming. Willow! They probably don't have a light switch because somebody would break it and get electrocuted and put a claim in. So they use the sensor, but you think there'll still be a mains. There must be a trip switch somewhere, like a flick it off. You think the trip switch would be in that or blue door out the guard. That's where they keep all the spare toilet rolls and cleaning stuff. The water heater and all's in there for hot water. That's broke now as well. It's broke a couple of years. So you think in there there'd be a trip switch to switch them lights off. Well, there's also a shower there, but it's cold water. But if you're in a caravan or something, and you have I have a wee pump shower, you also get 12-volt showers. You could bring, like, before you could touch some of the hot water to the toilets there, go in there and have your shower in there using the hot water, and instead of messing up your caravan or motorhome, you've more space. Nobody ever uses it, like, it's just cold water. The majority of folk don't even know it's there. There's a shower down the beach. Disabled toilets are up here. Now the weird thing about here, underneath them toilets there, you see the double doors. This is why the toilets were built. Nobody ever comes down here. Single door. See the door in there? That's a sewage pump. Before they could just dump sewage out into the sea. Well, EEC regulations, they're not allowed to do that no more. But they didn't have raw sewage, but there used to be a stream that came from here onto the beach. So that stream is now diverted. Where all them shrubs are, that was a stream. But the stream's not there no more now since that pump was put in. It's pumped away. But because that stream was there, it kept the sand solid, so you could drive onto the beach. But since the stream dried up, you can no longer drive on that beach unless you've got a 4x4. The sand is soft the whole time, and it's got very deep. And it's also now the sand's a lot higher than the road, and a lot of times you get flooding in the bottom of this tarmac road. Where the two meet, it's too deep even for a 4x4. And that's all happened because of EEC regulations and that pumping station and that wee stream disappearing. I suppose by right now you just let the sand dune do it at once, and that's close that road off. Because without the water, it's dodgy trying to go on the beach. Where is Willow away now? Where is Willow away now? She's probably found a sandwich or something. Willow! Well, if somebody in the picnic table's chucked something in that long grass. Willow, what are you after? How she smells these things, I don't know, like. The problem is now, dogs aren't allowed on the beach. But where does the beach start and where does it end? So from that wee road going in to the right, she's allowed in that part. From that wee road to the left, she's not allowed on it. So I'm not up this way, Pep, we'll do the main street. Yeah, I find now, clean up your horse shite and all as well. So there's a pile of horse shite lying in below. I don't know what side to put the scoop underneath that. It's a shovel, Pet, and a few buckets. The boys are riding the big lorry, so I'm sure they can carry a few buckets. Big fancy lorry, it wasn't this very standard horse box. That ice cream van down there, as I showed you, it's got electrical power from the street. Portrush, 2 years ago, was completely rewired. They put on new roads, new pads, everything for this golf. But they actually run brand new power cables, brand new street lights. Oh, we're going to see the train, Wallow! We're going to see the train! Come on, quick, quick, quick! No, don't go on the road, Wallow, you're going to trip me up now. You're panicking! The train! Sometimes Wallow gets scared of the lights. You always had to see the train coming as the barriers going down. The train. These signals are on man now. Used to be a wee boy stay in a wee box and work them. That's progress. Hold on, we check for traffic, Pet. Hold on, Wallow, check for traffic. Alright, Wallow. How you doing? This battery's going to run down. Didn't bring no spare. I wasn't intending coming here. Wallow, we're going to see the train! I was coming from Coleraine, looked better than the other way. Well, we'll see. The old footbridge was nicer. I thought that thing was temporary, but still there. Well, can we go so far now? Train coming, Wallow. Don't know about a train. I like to see a train. Never on them. I like to see them. Not what a big train. We're across now, we're on a pit, and we'll see it going through the other side. I just watch these cars and all, pit. Watch these cars. The wee bits of wood there, that's to stop dogs and animals going on the track. This is the old station platform. Used to be 2 lines ran down here, and then when they done up they put in the new railway line to Londonderry, and they put the new junction at Ballerina. They changed this back to a single line, so this platform is not needed anymore. They cut the platform a bit short and stuck up the fence. Where are you going, Wallow? You're not going to be in the video. You're that busy scrounging. You're scrounging all the time. Last night, what time were we up at last night? 3, 4 o'clock. Wait, you're diarrhea. 3 times I had to get in my bed. I wonder why that is. It's not the pedigree chum anyway. It's all the old crap you're eating. The station was nicer before they'd done that there, like, but then again, that's progress again. Well, every time there's progress, it's always a negative. That wee path there in front, that goes straight, and you go through that housing estate. It's not very deep, the housing estate. And then there's a wee path that goes the back of houses. So it must be a very ancient right of way. There's no road next to it, it's just a wee path. Goes on between the backs of houses. So it must be a wee right away to the station that's been going a few hundred years or whatever age the station is, before Castlerock was even made. I'm going to stop this taper now, like she's going to sniff and pee for the next hour and nothing's going to show up in the dark. I'm going to go down to roughly that red light, just outside that red light, and we're going to cross the river line there and go back to the caravan. This is one of the wee crossings. There's 2 crossings, 2 pedestrian crossings here in Castlerock. Or is there 3, Willow? I think it's 2. And before you just crossed, you had to look for the train. But since they've done the line up, they put these wee lights in. If the train comes, the alarm goes off, which is handy. Now what I can understand, that train's got to Londonderry. The other crossing's better, you can see down the tunnel in the other crossing. Well, you don't be standing there like, but the last wee video, oh god, they've got chemicals here. They're spraying chemicals, Willow. The last wee cross on Londonderry, which takes you out to the pier, when they put a new line, they closed it off, you cannot get across it. They put a high fence, high gate and a padlock on, and there's no way out to that wee pier, or the land on the other side. And I can't understand why they can't put one of them wee crossings in, with the lights. They're just warn people and let them cross. It's the same train, the same line, so why is it down here? You can cross three or four places, and also the roads. If you're down, come on this way now, Pet. You can drive your car across the road and there's no barriers. If you're down behind Maydown, 2 or 3 old crossings there across private roads. You have the lights but no barriers. And the train's going full whack there. This wee lane here, you see the houses outside and the wee lane here. There's a stream underneath, and that's why. That's why it's never been built on. There's a wee stream that comes out onto the beach. You actually hear the water running down it. A manhole cover. That house to the left, them couple of houses to the left, they only built 1 or 2 years ago. There used to be a couple of wee bungalows there, and then up and down they built these fancy ones. Them ones on the other side, they're totally renovated. They were wee bungalows too. Twice the size than used to be. See, a perfect wee camping spot there. I love camping here, like. And the weird thing is, I can sleep better here than I can in the forest park. You get the odd car, but I used to sleep on at 10 o'clock in the morning when I had shifts. I had no problem sleeping on. And then when the sun comes up, in the morning from that side. And you're like, hold on, when this car passes. Come on now, honey, back the caravan now. You've had a good walk today now. Probably thing was it's been too warm most of the week. Next year my windows up, Pet. If I have it, I'll leave them down.